Good morning, students. In the previous class, we have completed the lesson The Living World. Today, we will start a new lesson which is Biological Classification. Some of the basic concepts about the classification that we might have studied in Standard 9. There we have discussed about the criteria followed to classify the various life forms. So, without classifying the organisms, it is not feasible to study the large diverse types of life forms present upon the planet. So, if we observe, since from the beginning of the civilization, we have tried many attempts to classify the life forms. It was done by many of the scientists. It was done first of all by the great philosopher who was named Aristotle. What he did, he just used simple morphological features to classify the life forms for the easier way of study. So we know the meaning of morphological characters means the characters which we go through by the observation simply by its having external features. So Aristotle, he used this simple method to classify the plants into trees, shrubs and herbs. He also divided animals into two groups, which certain animals which were having red blood and some of them which were not having that color of blood. As the time passed on, the Linnaeus, he implemented the pattern of classification regarding into two kingdoms, and he introduced these two kingdoms. They were Plantae and Animalia. So these plant groups were included within the plant kingdom, whereas the all animal life forms were included within the Animalia group. But the system did not distinguish between the differences between the prokaryotes and eukaryotes. So we know the meaning of prokaryotes. Pro means primitive and karyon means nucleus. Means the life forms which are having primitive nucleus. They are called prokaryotes. For example, bacterial cell. Just like on the other hand, EU means true or well and karyon means nucleus. So eukaryotes means the life forms which are having true and well developed nucleus. So, do we have discussed about the structure of bacterial cell? There do we have gone through that the bacterial cell is not having any true nucleus, and we have studied the nucleus, which is the control room of the house within which the genetic material is present, is not so like in the case of bacterial cell, which is a prokaryote. Means the genetic material lies dispersed within the cytoplasm. So they are called as prokaryotes, and other cellular organelles, they are also not well developed. Whereas in the case of a eukaryotic cell, we may observe that there is a true well-defined nuclear membrane which surrounds the nuclear region and within which the genetic material is lying within it, as well as other true organelles which are present within the case of eukaryotic cell. So the two kingdom classification pattern, it does not also included the distinction between the unicellular and multicellular organisms. Some of the life forms which are made up of a single cell, for example amoeba, for example Euglena, etc. Whereas there are certain life forms which are made up of more than one cells. So there was no any such type of distinction regarding these categories, as well as it also not included the distinction between the photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic organisms, means the organisms which were able to carry out the process of photosynthesis, means able to prepare their own food, whereas certain life forms which were not able to synthesize their own food, and we may say that they are dependent upon the other life forms which are photosynthetic in nature. Hence, the two kingdom classification system was felt that it is inadequate, and it was considered that it is not sufficient according to the need of bifurcating or classifying the organisms. So, what we felt that the other characteristics like cell structure, nature of the wall, mode of nutrition, habitat, as well as methods of reproduction and evolutionary relationships was also to be considered for classifying the organisms. So, classification systems for the living organisms have hence undergone several changes over the time. The plant and animal kingdoms have been a constant under all different systems, and the understanding of what groups or organisms be included under these kingdoms have been changing. The number and nature of other kingdoms have also been understood differently by different scientists over the time. So, R.H. Whitaker in the year 1969 proposed a 5-kingdom classification, and these kingdoms defined by him were named Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. The main criteria used by him included the cell structure or the cell type, body organization, and mode of nutrition, reproduction, and other phylogenetic relationships. So, this chart or the table that will go through that, it gives a comparative account of different characteristics of the 5 kingdoms. So let us will try to understand that the characters do we have to discuss here that were proposed by the scientists, that were cell type. So monerans, they are prokaryotes, means they are not having true nucleus. Their genetic material, they lies within the cytoplasm, and which are called as nucleoid. Whereas protistans, fungi, plantae, and animalia, these all 4 groups, they are having a true and well developed nucleus surrounded by a nuclear membrane. Just like if we go for the cell wall of monerans, they are non-cellulosic, means they are not made up of cellulose, which is a type of, we can say, polysaccharide, but it is non-cellulosic, means it is made up of certain amino acids as well as certain polysaccharides are present. Whereas in the case of protistans, the cell wall are present in some cases, whereas in the case of fungi, it is present in the form of chitin. In the case of plantae, it is cellulosic. A complex type of carbohydrate is present surrounding the outer layer to plasma membrane. In the case of animalia, cell walls are absent. So, nuclear membrane, we may just now have undergone through that in the case of prokaryotes, nucleus are absent. So obviously nuclear membrane would be also absent, whereas in the rest of other groups, protistans, fungi, plantae and animalia will have a true nuclear membrane. The next character, that is body organization. So monadans, they are cellular level of body organization, means their body is made up of a single cell. Just like the protistans, they are also made up of a single cell, whereas on the other hand, fungi, they are made up of more than one cells assembled together. In some cases, they are having assemblage of loose tissue. In the case of plant kingdom, they are made up of tissue, and we may say certain that groups. Whereas in the case of animal kingdom, it is made up of tissue, and tissue assembled together to form organs, and organs, number of organs, they assemble together to perform a specific function to form the organ system grade of organization. Now the next criteria, that is mode of nutrition. So monadans, they are maybe autotrophic. Within the autotrophic, they may be either photosynthetic or chemosynthetic, means deriving their nutrition through certain chemicals, whereas some may be heterotrophic, showing either saprophytic or parasitic mode of nutrition, whereas in the case of protistans, they are autotrophic, showing the photosynthetic mode of nutrition, or they may be heterotrophic also, means depending upon the autotrophs, whereas in the case of heterotrophs, means in the case of fungi, they all shows heterotrophic mode of nutrition, means they are saprophytic, means they depend upon dead and decaying organic matter, or they may be parasitic also, depending upon the host, whereas in the case of plant kingdom, all are autotrophs, means they are having the mode of nutrition through which they can synthesize their own food through the process of photosynthesis, whereas in the case of animal kingdom, all are heterotrophic, means having either holozoic mode of nutrition, just like do we so, means we take food either in the solid or liquid state, or some they are saprophytic, means depending upon dead and decaying organic matter. Some are parasitic also, maybe depending upon their host, for example roundworm, tapeworm, pinworm, hookworm, etc. If we go through the examples of all the categories, we may just go through that. The monadans, for example bacteria, within which we have to discuss about archaebacteria, eubacteria, the different groups, as well as in the case of protistans, for example euglenites, slim molds, protozoans, dinoflagellates, chrysophytes, etc. that are included within the protistans, whereas in the case of fungi, for example the common mushroom, agaricus, the puccinia, which causes the smut disease, these members are there, whereas in the case of plant, we may observe around ourselves, for example the mango, Magnifera indica, for example the onion, that is Allium cepa, like that. So in the case of animal kingdom, we human beings, that is Homo sapiens, whereas the honeybee, Apis indica, and so many life forms are present within the group of animal kingdom. So in the next class, we'll deal one by one the different 5 kingdoms, their members and their characteristics features exhibited by them. Till so far here, thank you, have a nice day.